Hey, what's up, everybody? It's I, TJ, co host of the Now Mind You podcast, back again with the review of the latest chapter of Tokyo Avengers. Of course, Tokyo Avengers by author and artist Ken Wakui. This is chapter 256, titled Behind the Scenes. Now, of course, before we go any further, please note that there are spoilers ahead. So if you're not ready, do what you gotta do and meet me back here. Let's get into it. Previous chapter looks like this is it for Kakucho. Summary, right? Kakucho survives the slash, but Sanzu gets the train car moving. It has now become a countdown to disaster. Let me get into my review. If we take a look at last review I did, right? I don't think any of my scenarios played out aside from me saying that the slash wouldn't take him out in this chapter. Closest I got to really was Kakucho taking Sanzu out with him, but still, like my prediction was way off. And this was an exciting chapter for sure. Forget all of this, though, that I just said, right? Two things that really stood out to me. Haruchio confirmed that there was another time leaper, and you can see his suspicion started in the last chapter. If you remember when Kakucho was like, you're some type of sea or something, there was the whole piku sound effect, right? That was around Haruchio in that one frame. The other thing that stood out to me, Kakucho's chest is damn near hidden throughout this whole chapter. It is in fact, is it in fact a shallow wound, like he's implying, or is he just pushing through until he can't? Shout out to Baji, right? Because Baji acted similarly during the Valhalla arc. I would say Kakucho still has death flags on him for sure. The timing between Takemichi getting a vision and him acting to prevent that outcome is getting scary fast. Think about like the time between him getting the vision of being stabbed and then Haruchio like rearing to stab him. That was all on the same page. People seem to be taking damage differently. Haruchio gets hit full on with a monkey wrench, he's basically good. Shinichiro gets hit with one and he's out the game. Senju, the Empress, got hit with a lead pipe and we haven't seen her since, right? We don't know. I'm praying that she's still alive because, listen, it's what it is. But that brings up this, right? Let's take a look at the force real quick. Sometimes we have a tendency to focus on the trees, meaning like the individual battles or what's currently going on in the arc. But let's kind of get a status update of where things are currently, right? The landscape, if you will. Koko and Inupi are out, right? Benkei and Waka are still standing. Hakai, Chifuyu, Mitsuya, and Sendo are out currently, right? Hanma, still standing. Pachin, Peian, Angry, Smiley, out. Mochi is out. Lan, Lindo are out. Kakucho is still standing for now, so there's like a heavy asterisk around him. Senju, for all we know, out. Haruchio is in. Takemichi is in. Mikey is in, and this is like the execs or all the players I can think of so far. There could be a few more that I'm missing, but that's where things currently stand. Let me get into like my predictions and questions, and of course, before I do that too, like please let me know your thoughts in the comments as well of this video. But predictions and questions. At this point, the other time leaper has got to be Hanma, and he's still lurking. Now, that being said, too, they could throw us for a loop. I was one of the folks who thought that Kisaki was a time leaper for the longest until he wasn't, right? What the hell is up with that unyielding loyalty towards Mikey Haruchio? Like, I'd like some clarification on that. That's like the other flashback we've seen that really goes into context, other than, of course, when Haruchio got his scars. But that loyalty is just dark. And it kind of reminds me of the role that Kisaki was putting upon himself vis-a-vis Mikey, like being Mikey's darkness or whatever, protecting Mikey, so on and so forth. Riola95 asked in the last video what were some of the things I wanted to see answered now that we're in the end game. Shout out to you, Riolu. This is what I'm thinking, right? Are the OG Black Dragons coming through to help secure the victory? Why do I keep bringing this up every video? Why make so many comparisons between Takemichi and Shinichiro if that is not the case? If not that, will the similarities to his older brother cause Mikey to come back to his senses? The other thing, let's say Mikey gets quote-unquote saved. That's not enough. He needs to answer for his crimes. I mean, if Kazutora is behind bars currently in this timeline, right? Mikey can and should be behind bars, right? He's got to do some time. Hopefully, that train slows down. I can see that happening. Like, Takemichi, through some dumb luck, figures out how to slow the train down. Or, if not that, somehow he's able to get the warning people like, hey, get off the tracks, get out the way, right? Because it's not going to be great if he, Takemichi that is, ends up being the cause of the very thing he was trying to prevent. That being said, great chapter as always. I can't wait to read and talk with everybody in the comments. Big shout out as always to the crew, Creepy Kid, Riolu, Guts Guy. Appreciate your support. Shout out to the Tokyo Avengers subreddit. Thank you for giving this a watch and a listen. And please don't hesitate to share this out. If you like what you're hearing, as always, hit up the main podcast and give it a follow at Now Mind You Pod on the gram. We're on TikTok now too, so check that out. If you like what I say, you can always hit me up on the gram as well at Tuss4Skate. That's TUSS4_SKAT. Thank you all so much for taking the time out to watch this and listen. Peace.